Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I have this Jordyn Woods inspired red table talk with Jada Pinkett makeup look. Right, I'm not creating this look on this channel for controversy. It's not that I'm team Jordyn, it's not that I'm team Chloe. Do you know what, to be honest, I got wrapped up in all that for a hot minute and then I realized these are people's lives. I've created this look because her makeup was beat to the gods. Her makeup on that red table talk with Jada Pinkett was stunning. It's very like kind of just flawless, neutral, not much going on, but perfectly placed, and I just loved it. So I had to recreate it. I hope I've done it justice. Let me know what you think of this look down below. I feel like this would be so work appropriate. It actually doesn't take it that long whatsoever once you've got all your bits together. And I feel like I love doing recreation looks because I always learn something new. So like I feel like she looked quite matte and she had quite a bit of powder on. I've done that today and it's something that I would never really do because you guys know that I don't like powder. However, I feel like my face looks so beat and so airbrushed that I'm gonna have to start picking up the powder more. Anyways, if you guys want to see how I created this Jordyn inspired makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we've already got the hair laid down nicely. Let me know down below what you think, because I've been loving doing my hair like this. I actually love my hair up more than I do down. Let me know what you think down below. Anyways, into the tutorial. Jordyn's skin, her skin is unreal. It looked flawless on that red table talk. It just kind of looked airbrushed, and for me, I feel like I need to just get rid of my peach fuzz. I always have these little baby hairs that like to prop up on my chin and say hello every so often. You guys always ask me actually quickly, when I do my razoring or my dermaplaning, does my hair come back thicker or like harsher? And it doesn't. I only find that on my chin it comes back like stubble, because I think that when I started waxing it, my natural hair growth comes back a lot thicker here. But the answer to that question is no. What I am going to do is I'm going to take this hair remover from Primark that I bought. I've used one of these before, and all it is like a wire. You twist it and it threads the hair out. It's kind of like epilating and threading all in one. So I'm just going to use this all around my face just to get rid of any of that unwanted hair. Okay, so this truly makes your eyes water. You get it so it's straight, and then you want to just bend it, and as you go you want to like twist, and that's what's going to catch all the little hairs in between the wire. You can kind of see when I do it, you can see like the skin tugging, and that's all the little baby hairs or just the facial hair like that getting caught up, and it does hurt, but it removes the hair. I think you've got more control if you can't do threading with a thread. This is more or less exactly the same. So I did a little bit of research just because I wanted to find out a little bit more about Miss Woods herself and what she likes to use. I watched her Vogue edition of her Get Ready With Me, and I know that she uses embryolisse, so I'm going to use this moisturizer. This is an MUA favorite. It is a staple. Miss Woods also did her own makeup that day that I'm recreating. I researched that from Jackie Ina's video that she did on her Jordyn Woods inspired makeup tutorial, just that she reached out to Jordyn herself and asked her who did the makeup, and she said she did it herself. So we are just going to take quite a bit of moisturizer and really heavily moisturize the skin. Also guys, if you are watching this, I know the date that I'm going to upload it, so catch me tonight on BBC One at 10:35. I am on TV. I'm on a makeup competition with 9 of the contestants. It's called Glow Up, Britain's Next Makeup Star. I always get that wrong. I should really learn that. But that's what I'm on at 10:35. If you can't make it at 10:35 p.m. every Wednesday, then you can also watch it on BBC iPlayer. BBC Three Iplayer, you can catch up on it at any time there, but it does get uploaded live on Wednesday at 10 AM. So catch me there, shameless plug right here. Now for foundation, her makeup it didn't look dewy, but it didn't look matte. It just looked like a beautiful satin. Whatever it was really good coverage. Now the makeup look, how I've interpreted, and I think that's really important, is how I've interpreted the makeup look is that it is full beat but soft. So it's like full coverage, but it's natural, if that sort of makes sense. It's not like natural where I can see any imperfections. it all looks flawless. So I'm actually going to be using the Nars. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I'm going to be using 2 shades, Syracuse and Tahoe today. Syracuse for the main parts of the face, and then Tahoe just around the outskirts. And I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender just to buff this all out. And I'm going to take it down to a little bit of the exposed neck, because you want everything just to match seamlessly. Now personally, I would say that this foundation is just perfect because it looks like skin but it provides full coverage, which is kind of weird in a foundation. I would say on camera it's coming off a tiny bit yellow, but actually in real life it's such a good shade match, and I like mixing the two together just so I can kind of give a little bit of dimension to the face as well. Now concealer is the next step. I need concealer in my life, and for this I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Supersize Concealer Define in the shade C12. We're going to be popping this underneath the eyes and then blending it out just so I can really create that blank canvas. Now to me, from the photos, her under eyes seem to look quite bright underneath, so I'm going to add a really good highlight. I couldn't think of any other product to use that was going to be better than the Kevyn aucoin. This is Essential Skin Enhancer in SX10. It's beautifully pigmented. I just actually really like using it, and I love the color of it as well. So I'm going to pop this on with my iconic London brush. We're going to sweep it underneath the eyes, and we're going to do a little bit on the forehead and just down the center of the nose as well. And then I'll use a damp beauty blender just to blend that out, just to really give us that nice highlight. I swear to you guys, this concealer, I've had it for quite a while and I've never really, you know when you've got a product and you use it and you're like, oh no, don't like it. Then you use it like a year later and you're like, oh, it's amazing. I need to get more of it. Like, I absolutely love. So just because I feel like I've removed the definition because I've got quite a lot of highlighter going on around this part of the face, I'm actually going to use the Bobbi Brown. This is the foundation, the stick foundation stick in Warm Almond 6.5. Jordyn's bronzer, she's got a tiny bit of bronzer, but it's not like, nothing on her face is crazy. It's all really kind of seamlessly blending into each other. So that's why I like to use a cream product. This color also is banging for a tan skin because it kind of gives you warmth to your skin but without looking like you've got too much bronzer on. So I'm going to just pop this just on my cheekbones to give me a slight bronze, a little bit on the forehead, and then just down the jawline. I'm going to just do a little bit of the sides of the nose because I feel like I've added a bit too much highlighter there, just to get in a little bit of a definition of a nose as well, and then blending that all out with a brush. Now I'm going to move on to her brows. Her brows are, let me just double check, they are stunning. Her brows are absolutely stunning. They look like they've got like small hair strokes in them because I think they're naturally quite thick anyway. So I'm going to try and recreate them as close as possible, really. I'm going to be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade number 5, and we're going to just use a spoolie. We're really going to brush the brows out to start off with to get rid of any of that foundation, and then I'm just going to honestly add small hair strokes and try and keep them as natural as possible. Now I have just mixed a little bit of the Makeup Revolution with the Kevyn aucoin because I don't want it to be too light, but I don't want it to be like skin tone color. Just on like this kind of smooth angle brush, I'm just going to clean up underneath the brows. Let's just blend it out with a beauty blender now. I'm going to quickly just set these brow hairs in place with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this kind of makes them look a little bit more sparse and separated, and even though they're fluffy right now, it just gives them a little bit of dimension. So we're just going to go ahead and add this through the brows. Okay, now we're going to use powder. I always get scared about using powder because I feel like once you use powder, there is no going back. But she looks like matte, you know, like she looks quite matte. The only sheen that I can see is a little bit just on her nose. She doesn't look dewy at all. Like, her skin does not look shiny. So we're actually going to be using, and this is one of my loves, the Nars, the Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder. I love this because if I mess up or I need to add a bit more concealer, I can, and this does not get disturbed, and I've never found that in a powder before. So I am going to use this. I think if I was going solely with the photo, I'd probably use Huda Beauty and use like a light yellow because her under eyes look quite bright and yellow. But I don't want to risk it because I know what I'm like. So we're just going to use a little bit of this. I'm going to lightly, just with a fluffy brush, set underneath my eyes. I'm going to set my eyelids as well. And then I'm just going to set just very lightly with a really big fluffy brush the whole of my face as well. Do you know what? For someone that doesn't set their makeup, doesn't like the kind of matte look, I think I really like this look. It looks really flawless. In real life, it just looks flawless. Okay, let's move on to eyes. She really doesn't have much going on. It's kind of what I like to wear on a daily. I feel like she's got like a little bit of bronzer or like just a really earthy toned eyeshadow just going through the crease, and that is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC. It's just like a beautiful warm tone, and we're just going to use the fluffiest brush that I own and pop this through the crease. I'm now just going to take the lightest amount of that Give Me Sun and just kind of set over the cream and just make the cream a little bit more prominent with the powder as well. I'm now just going to add the tiniest amount of blush. She's got a little bit of blush on, but you can't even really tell that she's got it on, just on the apple. So I'm actually going to be using the Technique Matte Mega Blush Blusher, and we're going to take this shade in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just going to apply a little bit on the apples with a fluffy brush. Now, don't worry if you feel like you've gone a bit too ham on the blusher. I feel like, I don't know, it's not showing up too much on camera, but in real life I can see it a little bit more than what I can see in the photo. We are going to be doing a buffing technique afterwards, so you can get away with going a little bit stronger right now, and then it will get muted down. I'm now going to move back to the eyes, and now from what I can see, she has the tiniest, and I'm not even saying this because I like it, the tiniest amount of highlighter, but it's in her inner corners. Now that could just be like from the lighting, but it looks like the tiniest amount of highlighter, but it's not like a glittery. So make sure whatever highlighter you pick is more of like a wet look. I think a liquid highlighter would work, but I don't want to mix it with the powders. I just don't want to, I don't risk it. So I'm actually going to be using the Ofra NikkiSecretx collab highlighter Everglow, and I am just going to take that kind of champagne-y color right there, and I'm going to apply the smallest amount with a small detailer fluffy brush just in the inner corners. Now I think it's important to note that even like that much I feel like is way too much. It tends to just be the tiniest amount. Now I'm going to go ahead and add mascara. For mascara, I'm using the Kiko Milano Water Flower Magic 3-in-1 mascara, and I'm just going to use the dramatic volume effect side, and I'm just going to apply my mascara. Okay, now from what I can see, she doesn't, I feel like she's got a lash on, but it's very like wispy, and it's small, like just really natural. I think if you've got long lashes, then you can probably leave this bit out. I could probably get away with just mascara, but because I'm me, I'm going to put on the Ardell Wispies. These are a little bit battered, but they're just really neutral. The length is almost the same as my natural lash. It's just going to give me a little bit of wispiness and lift at the end, so I'm just going to chuck these on. Now believe it or not, that is it for eyes. I actually, surprisingly, I love soft makeup. I like really simple makeup, and I think softer eye makeup actually suits me better, but this is very simple and I absolutely love it. Like, I just love the simplicity of it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to that Nars powder, and we're going to take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and very lightly I'm just going to buff this powder all over the skin. What this is going to do is, I know it's a lot of powder, but it's just going to make everything look quite seamless. Already, to be honest, I feel like it does look seamless, but I'm just going to run it over just so the whole base kind of looks like it's one. Once that is done, I'm honestly really liking this look. I've got the kettle boiling, if that's what you can hear. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to go back into that highlighter and just with my finger just add a little bit to the tip of the nose. The only reason I'm doing this is, I'm hoping you can hear me, is because Alyssa actually picks it up, and then once she'd said it, I was like, I can't see past the nose highlighter, so I'm just going to add a little bit there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of lip liner. We're going to add a little bit of Wells lip pencil, just the tiniest amount. I keep saying that and I know I'm really sorry, but just a little bit, just to help kind of create and define that lip shape. And then to finish, I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of Fenty Beauty's. This is the Gloss Bomb in Fussy. I love This lip gloss, if you need one lip gloss in your life, I would say go with this because it's stunning. It's got that really nice kind of hint of pink to it, but it's like a nudie pink, which is what it seems like she's wearing. So I'm just going to pop this baby on. And then I'm just going to finish with a little bit of Coconut Fix Plus by MAC. I am now just going to take a little bit of, this is the Mark Hill Perfecting Polish, just a tiny bit of this, just to make sure that my baby hairs are behaving themselves. So I'm just going to brush them back. And that, guys, is it for this Jordyn Woods inspired makeup tutorial. Let me know down below what you think. I absolutely love it. I've got a little bit of hair there, but that's cool. I absolutely love it. I just think it's really soft but flawless. Like, it just looks so airbrushed. I feel like I'm going to start using a powder a little bit more as well, just because it just makes your skin look so airbrushed. But let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so very much. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram for daily videos and daily content there, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.